Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Dadas Show, coming to you from Best Western Hotel, Upper Hill here in Nairobi. I'm your host, Ashiko Mbune. Now, as always, the Dadas Show aspires to promote the spirit of sisterhood and solidarity amongst Kenyan women. And we do this by creating an open and safe platform for women of Kenya to be able to articulate issues affecting their life, be it their work, their lifestyle, and anything ascertaining to their lives. Fitness and nutrition are critical for the overall health of any woman. Proper nutrition and exercise can make or break somebody's ability to thrive throughout life. However, it's not a one-size-fits-all scenario. Now, throughout our lives, the female body is constantly changing. And in a society that idealizes a particular size in a woman, then most of the time women find themselves giving up, feeling sad about their bodies and the changes that are happening. Now, this may lead a woman to developing a negative body image. So, in today's episode, we shall interact with industry experts and explore winning formulas as to how we can be able to live a fulfilling and happy life despite our sizes, despite our age. As always, we encourage you at home to take part in this and any other conversation we may have by getting in touch with us through all our social media platforms at KBC Channel 1. You can also reach me directly at Ashiko, the host, across all social media platforms. Before we jump into today's conversation, let's take a look at the following feature.
Making the commitment to exercise regularly is a terrific start to getting fit. However, without sound nutritional guidance, achieving your goals may be impossible. Tough workouts demand the right kind of fuel, and that fuel comes from the foods and beverages one consumes. Many things contribute to poor health and nutrition, an example being accustomed to the so-called convenience foods that populate the shelves of local supermarkets, such as canned soups, frozen meals, boxed side dishes, sodas, snack foods, and so on. Then there is the right nutrition, which is considered to have minimally processed foods. These are foods that our ancestors would recognize as food. Fruits from the tree, vegetables pulled from the plant or ground, real meat, poultry, seafood, and eggs. The body is built from both the workouts and foods that one consumes. The foods you eat provide macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats that give you energy to sustain you through your workout and build stronger muscles. Proper fitness nutrition begins with understanding what you need to eat, when to eat, and how to maintain your eating habits for the long haul.
Welcome back. As mentioned, today's topic of discussion is fitness and nutrition for women. Of course, as I mentioned, women, our bodies change from our 20s to our 30s to our 40s, and we keep on wondering, how do we maintain? What's the proper nutrition? What's the proper exercise regime? So I'm joined by industry experts. Right next to me, I have Grace Amedeo, who is a nutritionist. She will be telling us more and more about what we should be putting in our bodies. And of course, different ages mean to different nutrients, yes, but we'll find out about that. And then right next to her, we have Litbet Ragot, who is a fitness instructor. She will tell us what we need to learn, what we need to do, be it in the gym, be it at home. How can we keep fit and how can we be able to thrive to our full potential? Of course, I cannot fail to acknowledge my wonderful audience who make time week in, week out to sit down with us and to have this discussion and any other discussion that ascertains to women and our lives. So to get the ball rolling, I'll start off with you, Grace. Grace, my question to you is, first of all, karibu sana to Dadas Show.
Thank you for having me.
And tell us a little bit about yourself. How and why did you choose to become a nutritionist? And what's the importance of nutrition to a woman?
Thank you, Ashiko. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Grace Amedeo. I'm a registered clinical nutritionist. I'm based at Lika and doing private practice. Yes, so let me say that I started off as a nurse, but in between I found that I need to be a nutritionist. The reason being, I looked at who is a nurse. A nurse is dealing with people who are already sick. And I saw that there is a need to be a nutritionist, because when you look at the statistics, many people are obese. That means their BMI are above 18 and 24. So I thought I could be a change agent by being a nutritionist.
Yes.
So when I got a chance to further my studies, I just jumped in nutrition. I joined Kenyatta University, where I did a 4-year course in nutrition, at least to be able to assist all the people that are getting affected by this.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and for actually for the shift, for that explanation, and for the shift. I'm sure there are so many people who are grateful that you changed. Now, since you moved to nutrition, what does nutrition mean to a woman?
Okay, nutrition to a woman, as you know, women are very important in the society, in the home. So we want to, as a woman, you need to be able to have normal body weight to prevent obesity. As you know, obesity is the leading cause of major lifestyle diseases like hypertension, diabetes, and cancers. And also as a woman, you know, when you become expectant as a woman, you are carrying a life. And whatever nutrients you take, they are also going to affect the unborn child. For example, if you have deficiency in some nutrients like folate, you can get a baby who has got malformation, birth malformations like the spinal bifida. But if you take enough nutrients, like omega-3s, the foods rich in folic acid and B vitamins, this child is going to have a very good brain. You'll have a good milestones. At the end of the day, you're going to have a person who is good in the society. Yeah, so you are very important as a woman. It's good for you to know what to eat, what to avoid, so that you can be able to bring even forth to a healthy baby.
Okay, thank you so much. I mean, it's an honor to be a conduit to life, you know, and we need to take that responsibility, and even just to maintain ourselves, because women, like I mentioned, are the backbone of society. We are doing everything. So if you're not at par, if you do not have the energy, you know, if you do not have food for your mind, food for your body, you may not be able to function. Thank you, Sana Grace, and we are very happy to have you here. So next, Karibu Sana Litbet. Thank you so much, Litbet, and welcome to Dadas show. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Why did you choose to become a fitness instructor in an area? Kila mtu akifikiria weights. So how did you decide to become a fitness instructor in something that is considered predominantly a male-oriented field?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Litbet Ragot. By then, I was in KU as well as a fashion designer. I was never meant to be in fitness.
Yes.
I was just a fashion designer, minding my own business, and then I got a job at Nairobi Sports House as a sportswear consultant designer. That's when I realized I can do something else. Plus my brothers are coaches and they were into weightlifting. So they introduced me into the fitness industry. So I went to a gym, I was training. I quit the first year. It was too hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
Fitness it's so hard. It's painful. I quit, and then later on I realized, I can do something. Let me put my foot down. Let me do this. And then my coach was like, you have a passion in this. You can do something in this. Why can't you venture into fitness as a career, as a profession? So I quit my designer job and I started fitness, and I realized it's the best decision I ever made. It is, because I get to help a lot of people, mostly women, because I train a lot of women.
Yes.
At the moment I'm training women only in South Sea, so I get to help them, to assist them in their health, in their bodies, because we have a lot of women who have self-esteem issues when it comes to their bodies. Most of them come with issues about their stomach, their weight, there's so many issues. So you try and help them health-wise, fitness-wise, endurance, and self-esteem.
Yes.
Yes, that is what I do, and I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's excellent. And I like what you've said. You know, when they're coming with issues, we've not said someone is coming because they're fat or they're thin. We've said they've come with a self-esteem
issues. A lot.
And so fitness for you is more of getting the woman to feel.
To feel beautiful.
To feel beautiful.
Yes.
And I love that, and sometimes I feel like we forget that along the way. You have, like we said, the society has idolized a specific size. Especially for us women. These standards are never crossed over to the other side, which I always think is very unfair. But there's a specific size that is considered now this person is healthy. But over the years, I've discovered that there are some people who can actually be big, but they're very, very fit. Yeah. If TikTok has taught me anything, if TikTok has taught me anything, is you can see someone is a little bit heavy set, but they can move. So I really appreciate your outlook, the outlook that you have. Now, still on you, what does fitness mean to a woman?
You feel beautiful. You can move. Moving, mobility is the most important thing. You can move from one area to another. You can even climb the stairs easily without, that is fitness.
Yes.
You can sit up, stand without any issues.
Without making sounds.
You can lie in your bed, not wake up in the morning feeling your back is in another position. It moved.
Yes.
That is fitness. Yeah, you can even carry your baby easily without having everyone else to help you. You can go to a supermarket, carry your own shopping, move around. You can even dance. That is fitness. It's just mobility.
It's mobility.
Yeah. And being strong. But the most important thing is being strong.
Is being strong and being mobile.
Hey.
Wow, thank you so much, Lipet. You're really, I love your outlook, and sometimes I feel, do you guys agree? It comes with a lot of positivity, not someone saying, you know what, you need to lose like 2 inches off your ears and another one on your neck, and you need to do this. If we're coming and we're starting from, you need to be able to move, you need to be able to have strength, then I believe very many people, women would actually, subscribe to this.
Yes.
Because if we're looking at the 2 goals is to move and to be able to have strength, sign me up. But if by the time I'm doing, you sent me 4 videos of someone doing 10 lunges and I'm thinking I can't climb 3 stairs without almost dying, I'll be like, that's not for me. What are the must-haves and must-nots be in our nutrition, in our diet? And please explain as we cut across the age. As you've noticed, our audience is very diverse. So let's start from the 20s. What are the things that you should always eat from the 30s to the 40s and the 40s and above? Kindly.
Thank you very much, Ashiko. Okay, to tackle this, I want to start with talking about a balanced diet.
Yes.
You all know that everyone needs a balanced diet, right from the birth. That is why if you see that breast milk is a balanced diet for the baby. Yes. Now, as you grow up, 20 to 30 years, you need also to continue having the balanced diet. What are the components of a balanced diet? We have proteins. These are the bodybuilding foods. They give you the amino acids. So we need this person 20 to 30 years is supposed to take enough proteins. That is 45 to 65% of the kilocalories.
Oh, wow. So we're talking 45 to 65. Are you guys taking notes?
Yeah.
45 to 65 for the age group between 20 and 30.
Yes.
Okay.
And what are the sources of these proteins? You need to have the animal proteins. These are complete proteins. But then you also need to add the plant proteins. Yes. Why? The animal proteins, they do not have fiber. So if you want to take animal proteins, although they have all the amino acids, you are missing on the fiber. Yes. So you need to mix the legumes, that is the plant proteins, so that you get enough fiber. Because fiber is very essential to help in preventing constipation, to help in it has the other nutrients. Yes. Like the 3 elements, the zinc, the chromium, so you need to combine them. Yes. So you have to have adequate enough of the proteins. Then we have the carbohydrates. These are the energy-giving foods. And this we take from 10 to 35 of the kilocalories. And these carbohydrates, you need to have them from the whole grains. Why the whole grains? First of all, they have enough fiber, and they have the trace nutrients, and they help you to prevent from constipation. Again, they do not release the glucose at a faster rate, so they prevent the insulin resistance. Because if you take the fast carbohydrates, like white rice, like white bread, at the end of the day, it is digested very easily. So within like 2 hours already, the sugar is already in the blood system.
That explained it. Is that the reason why in high school we are always being given gadari? Food for thought.
Yes,
Food
so
for thought right there. We have got them.
Yes.
Now we know.
So you need to reduce the refined starches.
So reduce, and this we're talking from 20 to 30.
Yes, yes.
Reduce the refined starches, go for whole
yes,
wheat.
whole grains.
Whole grains. Sorry.
You can have the meat, millet, sorghum, all those.
Yes.
And then you also need to cultivate this culture of eating well right from the beginning. So that now when this this is somebody who is 20 to 30 is a young adult.
Yes.
So that he or she will carry on that culture even to adulthood. So that now you don't start all of a sudden. I've been eating white bread, and then after that you're telling me to eat, to start eating brown rice.
Bread.
So we need to cultivate right from the start.
Yeah.
Then another thing we need to have is the fats. And these fats, we need to. There are 4 types of fats. We have the saturated fats. These are the natural fats that come from animals. The fat that you see on a meat, like the chicken, outside the
that
cover.
one is bad.
Yes, it has a lot of cholesterol, so you need to remove it because it has saturated fats. Then we have the trans fats.
Yeah.
This one you get from the fried foods, like the chips, the cakes, the biscuits, all those. They are not also very good for our bodies because they cause lifestyle diseases like hypertension. They cause clogging of arteries, leading to heart diseases. Then we have the monounsaturated fats and the polyunsaturated fats. These are the healthy fats that we get from the seeds, nuts, like avocados, like flax seeds, chia seeds, and also from fish oils. So you need to advocate that. So they need to stop eating saturated fats and the trans fats and focus on monounsaturated fats and the polyunsaturated fats. So that one they need to take like 20 to 25% of the kilocalories that they need to take. Then fiber is very important.
The fiber is important.
The
now
fiber.
Let's move because I think we've exhausted the 20 to 30. Now let's move to ages closer to my heart. So when we look at 30 maybe to 40. 30
to 40 now. The most you need to continue still having the balanced diet.
Yes.
But then you need to focus on at this time. The bone mass is deteriorating for the women.
Yes.
So you need to add foods that are rich in calcium. For example, fish and whole grains and fish and green leafy vegetables to give you the calcium.
Yes.
Because at this age, if the bone is left like that, you now have issues in later ages of arthritis and osteoporosis. Yes.
So now, so far, if people have been paying attention, we said from 20 to 30, you are avoiding the trans fats.
Yes, the trans fats and the saturated fats.
And the saturated fats.
And this cuts across.
And this actually,
it cuts across.
So
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
just saying, you start this culture of health eating at an early age, even to your child who is going to nursery school. Start packing foods that are healthy, the whole grains, the arrowroot, the gouaches,
the skinless chicken.
Yes, the fish. Instead of buying processed drinks, make you a good fruit that has all a whole fruit, a whole fresh fruit, instead of having processed. So now we've addition of calcium that is rich due to the bone density. This is between the ages of 30 and 40. Yes.
So what about 40 now and above? Now
40 and above, something happens. Now the body is losing the lean mass because of the changes in the hormones. Hormones levels are going down. The estrogen level is going down. The insulin is coming up. And now this causes a lot of hunger pangs for these women. So they feel like eating more.
All the time.
All the time. So and they are also now adding more weight because now insulin level is going high.
Yeah.
Because the estrogen level has gone down.
Yeah.
Because of the old age.
Of menopause.
Of
yes.
the menopause. So at this time, we advocate now for these women to really be very cautious on the refined foods. And now focus on whole grains and a lot of vegetables.
Yes.
So that now the digestion can be slow. As you compare, insulin is now the level is high.
Yes.
So the more refined foods you eat, the more you are going to store.
And the risk at that time of diabetes
it is higher. It is higher.
Yeah.
Then you also need to talk about exercise, physical activity, so that you burn.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, we talk about rest. Rest is very important because at rest so many chemical activities happen which help you to reduce the weight.
What's the ideal fitness regimen for women across all age groups?
I remember when I was in my 20s, right now I'm in my 30s, I used to have a lot of strength.
Yes.
So I could train even 2-3 times a day. So in your 20s, you can do the cardios, 45 minutes of cardio, 30 minutes of cardio. Plus, it is important to do the strength training at an early age.
Yeah.
Strength training means the part about lifting weights. You don't have to go all that at lifting 50 kilos. Just live like kawaida weight. All ages, you're supposed to do the cardio, the strength training, and the flexibility, mobility. That's the stretching. It's a must for all ages. But in your early 20s, you can do that. You have a lot of strength. You can do a lot.
Yes.
In your 30s, your strength becomes, it declines a bit with other responsibilities. Yes, you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
You can do, but I usually prefer women to do more strength training because of the muscle loss and because of your bone density.
Yeah.
You need that in all ages. But when it comes to exercise, this is where I talk to my clients. People are different. Someone in their 20s may come with different conditions, diabetes, back pain, knee pain. So you have to consider her workouts.
Yes.
Someone in their 50s can come, they're so healthy, they're so fit, you just need to program a different kind of exercise regimen. Yeah. So it depends on an individual. But as you become older, you need to take things slowly. Start slowly. Start by just walking on the treadmill and then a bit of weight lifting. 30 minutes of cardio is the most important, like 2 to 3 times a week. And then the rest of the days you can do the strength training and then the flexibility after every workout. Yeah, you can incorporate any form of swimming, any form of Zumba in between. If you're not interested in dancing or aerobics, you can do that. Look for something which you like doing first.
Yeah, and speaking of that, looking for something which you like first. I'm curious because everything we're talking is evolving around the gym. And there are people who have a phobia for the gym, i.e. myself. You know, so if for us people who would prefer a regimen where we can just do things at home, is there anything that you would actually be able to advise?
Yes, you can. It depends on what you want to do.
Yes.
Do you want to do Zumba or dancing? Put some music on. Dance for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That is exercise.
That is exercise.
Do you want to walk? Look for a friend. Walk for 30 minutes. Or 8,000 to 10,000 steps. That is good cardio. That is good. If you feel like jumping rope, you can do that.
Yeah.
But each and every exercise incorporates strength training because of us women. Muscle loss, bone density, it is important to avoid, as she said, arthritis. Yes, it is so important for all ages. But when it comes to exercise, we need to be very specific on each individual. People come with very different conditions. And I cannot train a 50-year-old with no back pain like a 50-year-old with back pain or knee pain, because most of the ladies have a lot of knee pain. Yeah. So I need to program each exercise according to my client. Yes.
Thank you so much, Litbet. I hope everybody at home is actually learning and taking notes as we continue. So Grace, in your extensive experience, and this is something that I was looking forward to actually asking a nutritionist. In your extensive experience, what are some of the misconceptions? Because I think as far as I'm concerned right now, we are not even supposed to be eating. Someone came and said, this is bad, this is bad, you shan't have sugar, you can't have cooking oil, you can't have this. And I don't know if we're supposed to be eating grass or what's the story right now? What are some of the misconceptions, including what I've just mentioned, that that you have had in regards to diet and nutrition?
Thank you very much.
And how can we bust them?
There are several myths about nutrition. Let me start by talking about the fad diets.
Yes.
You've heard of fad diets.
Yes.
Someone comes and tells you you're going to eat this food, and within 2 weeks you have lost 19 kg. Yeah? So that is a myth. Because, okay, yes, you might lose. Yeah, but at the end of the day, can you look at somebody who has gained weight from 20s, and now she wants to lose that weight at 50 years. She has gained that weight for how many years? Over 30.
You mean it's not possible
And
for
now
me
she's
to lose
losing
weight
it
in 2
within
weeks?
Yes, you can lose, yes. But look at that scenario.
Yeah.
You have gained it within that year,
Yes.
and now you want to lose it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What are the challenges
chances?
of
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
You can lose, yes, but it's very dangerous for your health.
Yes.
First of all, it can affect your heart rhythm, can even cause to sudden death, because your heart has been used, or your body system has been used to a lot of fat, and all of a sudden, you are just removing suddenly.
Yeah.
So that is it's not healthy to do that, although it can happen. Again, you don't have to do those diets, because with the help of a nutritionist, you can sit down and plan the right portions
Yes.
for you, the right carbohydrates, the right protein, the right fats, exercises, yeah, and having the right foods. You can lose weight slowly, not losing so fast. Actually, you're supposed to lose half a kg to 2 kg per week.
Half a kg to
Yes,
2
to 2 kg
kgs
per
a week.
week.
I feel like that needs to be like on a billboard somewhere.
Yes. So it's supposed to
You
be.
know, like it needs
It's
to
supposed to be
I don't
slow.
need to lose 10 kilos
No.
this week.
Yes.
So it's how many?
Half a kg to 2 kg maximum per week.
Half a kg to 2 kg. I'm getting a t-shirt written.
Yes. And you
Yes,
can only do that
Yeah.
professionally by seeking assistance of a registered trained nutritionist.
Okay.
Yes.
Do not go to the Facebook. There are so many nutritionists on Facebook, but it's good to actually consult a nutritionist, registered nutritionist, so that you can monitor how you are losing the right way, so that you don't miss the nutrients, yeah, and you don't start getting other issues.
Yes.
Another myth, some people say that if you take a lot of proteins and reduce the carbohydrates, you are going to lose weight. For example, you only eat meat. You avoid, you eat very little carbohydrates.
I like that diet.
Yeah, carbohydrates.
The one for only eating meat.
Only
I like
eating
that
only
one.
meat and beans. That
And
is only
beans
proteins.
and
Okay.
only
And
protein,
they say you can just have eggs. See 5 eggs in the morning,
Yeah.
and then you don't take chapati,
Then
you
you
don't
eat
take
chicken,
githeri,
then you eat nyama
and then
choma.
okay, like a keto diet,
Heaven.
whereby you are really reducing the carbohydrates. That
Yeah.
is very dangerous. First of all, now you are going to change the metabolism. So your body will be getting energy
Yeah.
instead of from carbohydrates. Remember, you said carbohydrates are giving us the energy.
Yes.
Now you are not giving your body the carbohydrates. So the body has to move. You have to move. You have to work. You have to travel. So that to start burning your muscles. That is
Yeah.
the proteins.
Yeah, yeah.
And then those residues, the uric acid levels are going to go high. Yeah, because now you are burning fats and the proteins. So you are going to, it is not healthy. It's dangerous for your health.
Yeah.
You are going to have a ketosis, which is dangerous. For example, if you have diabetes, and then you start burning fat, the leftovers will cause ketosis, which is dangerous for your kidneys,
Yeah.
to form gallstones if you are only eating the protein. So what you need to do again is just to see a nutritionist to plan for you the right carbohydrates,
The right
protein,
carbohydrates.
and the right portions.
And the right
Because sometimes people, they know what to eat, but when they go to the portions, they overdo it.
They overdo it.
Yeah,
And
they
I
overdo
think
it.
I think it's normally called a buffet mentality. You know, where you serve your food coming from a point of starvation. Or inaitwa kukula na macho. Anyway, thank you so much. We'll come back to those misconceptions and myths right after the break. We're going to take a short break right now, and then we'll come back to the question and answer session. Don't go far away.
I think fitness is the aspect whereby you actually go to a gym, maybe sign up for gym memberships and stuff like that, and you live and you actually put in the effort to gain muscle, to actually be fit physically, that is.
Nutrition is when you seek a nutritionist to get advice on the types of food to eat and what not to eat. While fitness is about mostly the body, keeping fit, working out in the gym or at home. If they are really willing to do it, they just do it continuously until they see their final desire.
Welcome back to my favorite part of the show, which is the question and answer session. Here is where our audience gets to interact with our industry expert, also known as our panelists. And if you're just joining us, our conversation of the day is fitness and nutrition in women. So just to bring you up to speed, we've already been able to tackle what are the ideal nutrients for women between the ages of 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50 to be taken. What types of exercises are best for our body as we definitely grow older. Remember to keep us, keep us abreast with any issues or any question or any feedback that you may have at KBC Channel 1 across all the platforms, and on my personal pages at Ashiko the host across all the platforms. So to just jump us in to this segment of the show, we are joined by Dr. Abdul Kadir, who is going to introduce himself and tell us a little bit more. Actually, my first question to you, Dr. Abdul Kadir, is, tell us a little bit more about lifestyle diseases, how they can be reversed and, of course, treated, because we know there are some lifestyle diseases that come as a result to perhaps lack of exercise or nutrition.
I'm Abdul Kadir Jama, a senior clinical nutritionist from Sarah Jim, Kenya. I work with Sarah Jim Kenya as a nutrition consultant. So in Sarah Jim, what we do mostly is treat diseases with thermal beds, and also we correct the diet of the patient. Mm-hmm. So to go into the lifestyle diseases, so first thing I have to say is that we have to change the way we are approaching these diseases. Mm-hmm. Because as they say, it is madness to do the same thing that we used to do and expect different results.
Of course.
So we know that the current results have failed. So we have to ask ourselves, when did the rain started beating us? Mm-hmm. As we know, these diseases have started exploding from 1970s. Mm-hmm. So the question is, what happened in 1970s? What happened? Our dietary have been changed forever in 1970s. Mm-hmm. What happened was that there's this grain which is called wheat that was introduced in 1970s after the long drought to reduce. So that grain was genetically modified, and it contains what we call amylopectin A, which is superstarch. Once it enters the body, it releases a lot of inflammation to the body. That's bread, any kind of it, whether it is brown or whether it is yellow or white. All breads, they are not fit for human consumption. Mm-hmm. So for us to treat these diseases, we have first to stop eating breads. Mm-hmm. They are the root cause. The second thing is that what happened in 1970s, people were told that keep away from animal fats. Start taking vegetable oils. Now we are coming to understand that polyunsaturated fats stay for the arteries 7 years. If you take today vegetable oil, it will stay in your artery for 7 years. If you take animal fats, even tonight it's not there. Because what is there is fats. Animal fat is God-made. God-made for humans to consume animal fats. But we became very, very clever, and we started making our own fats. Mm-hmm. So which the Creator knew animal fat was fit for us. Mm-hmm. But polyunsaturated fat is not fit for us. The only plant oil that is fit for human consumption is 1, coconut oil, 2, what we call olive oil. Others, you have to consume animal products, animal fats. Mm-hmm. Because once we stop the animal fats, we started making what we call insulin resistant. Because polyunsaturated fats, they release inflammation to the body, just like the wheat. So we have started consuming a lot of wheat and a lot of vegetable oil. So the root cause of these diseases are those two. Sadly, we reduced our activity or our exercise. As people age, like when you reach 30 years, it's not that your body is changing, yes, but also you are changing. You used to be active to work, but you are starting office job, so you don't move anymore. You get your car, we come down with the elevator, you go into the car, to your house, to the bed. So the body is not moving. So exercise also is very important to prevent and also to treat these diseases.
Yes.
The third point I am going to talk about is hydration. Water is very important. As we know, 70% or as they say, 70 to 75% of our body is water. So tell me, you take a lot of pastas, rice, a lot of these foods which are solid, but you don't take any water. Where do you expect the body to digest those foods? Where are they going to come from? So for those foods to be digested, it needs water. That's why you will hear people complaining about constipation, because the small water that comes with the food, the body will retain. It will not release whatever you say. And it will leave the waste in the intestines. So that's where constipation comes in. So we have also to hydrate, and you have to hydrate according to your weight.
Yeah.
Not that everybody have to take 8 glasses of water, no. Everybody needs different according to his weight. If you are 100 kg, maybe let's say when we calculate it, your water intake will be 5 liters. If you are 70s, it will be 3 liters. So we are not going to say that for people who are 50 kg to 100 kg, they have to take the same water. So you also have to increase your water intake. The fourth point is sleep. Sleep is very important for the body to regenerate or to repair itself. What happens nowadays is that we sleep only 2 hours, 3 hours. We are sleep deprived. One, by these smartphones, also by a lot of office jobs. So you don't get time for yourself. So you have to sleep around 7 to 8 hours a night, which I know it is not for everyone, but it is the best for your body. If you are not getting, just try weekends to rest.
To rest up. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Daktari, for those pointers. We will actually share them on our social media so that you can be able to learn more about certain lifestyle diseases. So right next, we have a question from Esther.
Okay, thank you. My name is Esther, and I'm asking if fruits containing sugar are harmful to diabetic patients or any other condition people containing.
When it comes to fruits, we first of all look at the fructose. Okay, fruits give us sugar, a form of sugar called fructose. So it depends on how is your health status. If you are dealing with a diabetic, you really do not want to give a lot of fruits that give you a lot of fructose at once. And again, you want to give these fruits you don't want to give them at the main meals. For example, if it is breakfast, this patient is supposed to take carbohydrates, fats, and vegetables, and then a fruit as a snack. Yeah, and also you look at the content, the fructose content of the fruits, because different fruits have got different sugar levels. For example, a banana has a lot of sugar, but when you look at a melon, the sugar content is not high. But you don't advocate that you don't take a banana, because different fruits have got different minerals and nutrients. So you just cut the portion of the banana, but not cut it off, because the banana will give you a specific nutrient that's different from all the others. Yeah? And so you have to vary. For example, if you are giving a watermelon, what portion are you giving to this person? And is the patient diabetic? Is the patient having a weight? Is the patient trying to lose weight? Because at the end of the day, if you give too much sugar, at the end of the day, it will be stored as glycogen. Yes.
Thank you so much. That's really well put. And to be quite frank, when I was coming into this, I thought it was all hogwash. When someone says you can't give someone who's diabetic, you know, a fruit, I was like, hey, but it's a fruit. But thank you so much for the clarification. I'm sure even the people at home who've gotten assistance from that particular answer. Esther, you know, thank you for asking that question. I hope it's been answered sufficiently. Our next question is coming from Sharon.
Thank you, Ashiko. So my question goes to Litbeth. What are the effects of heels when you wear them for so long? Like, how are you supposed to, like, if in case you wear heels, are you supposed to carry yourself with some flat shoes to relax your feet a bit? So can you clarify it?
I like that question a lot, by the way, and I think very many of us struggle with that. You know, how long should you wear heels? What age do you wear heels? What do you know? Heels, heels, heels. What do we do? Please, Litbeth.
I will answer to the best of my knowledge.
Yes.
Everything you have to do in moderation. If you're going to wear heels, yes, wear heels. But not every single day for 8 hours, because it will mess up with your back. It will mess up with your feet. There's something called plantar fasciitis, whereby you feel a bit of pain at the end of your heel. Sometimes heels lead to that kind of discomfort, and it's really painful. Plus your lower back, you need your lower back in doing everything. So if you mess up your back, ni hivyo. So if you're going to, yes, wear your heels, but not every day from Monday to Sunday, 8 hours a day. You can change it a bit, wear your flat shoes, but it also depends on the flat shoes you're going to wear.
Yes.
Not too flat, where you're hitting the stone all the time. When you're walking, you're hitting your legs. Your legs are the most important. Your feet are the most important when it comes to your knees, your back, and your hip. Also, another thing is the front part of your shoe. Never squeeze your toes. If you mess up your toes, your knees again, your hip, your back, it messes up everything. So you have to consider the shape, the front of your foot, the heel size, and the insole also. Okay? Yes,
Wow.
it all matters.
I like that explanation. So there are certain shoes that these people are making that are not wearable, you know.
Yes.
As women, until you feel that pain, and we have all this thing called breaking in a heel. And it's normally such an excruciating period because everything hurts. So what you're saying is that's not right.
Check the shape of your foot, and buy shoes which are comfortable for your toes. It is so important.
Comfortable for your toes.
Yeah, your foot. If you look at your feet, you see how your toes are separated.
Yes.
Now, if you wear your heel, it squeezes your toes. Now you're messing up with the whole anatomy of your foot, and then it comes all the way to your knees,
and then to your hips,
and then to your hips, and then to your back. It also messes up with the back of your leg. If you wear the tight shoes, the back of your foot, that's another deformity. It messes up. And then you wonder why. Why am I having knee pain? Why am I having back pain? It all goes back to your feet. So take care of your feet. Do massages. Walk on the floor, on the earth. Just walk on it. Try separating. Try massaging your toes, opening them up a bit. Massage. Go to a massage. Foot masseuse. Yeah, massage your foot. But don't wear your heels every single day from morning till night.
Thank you so
Change
much.
it a bit,
Yeah.
okay?
Thank you so much. And I believe even for ladies at home, that's some very crucial information. You know, you can still look stylish, but what will style matter when you cannot be able to walk when you're
properly.
having back pains, when your hips are not working, when your knees are not working? So that's an excellent question, Sharon. Thank you so much. And thank you, Litbeth, for clarifying and giving us more knowledge on that. So our next question is from Agnes. Agnes, thank you so much.
So yeah, my name is Agnes, and my question goes to Grace. How long after birth does a woman start losing weight, like the baby fat? How long does it take?
How long after birth can a woman expect to lose the weight? There's some of us people who say we've been carrying baby fat for 17 years. My son is 17 years old, so
Okay, thank you.
we're still carrying baby weight.
Thank you very much for that question. I want to say that once the lady gets expectant, it's a must that she's going to gain weight. And the maximum kilos that you gain is around 12 kg, 11 to 12 kgs. Now, for you to lose weight, first of all, you must embrace breastfeeding.
Yes.
Breastfeeding is one of the ways that it will help you lose the fat that you gained during pregnancy. Because of the hormone called oxytocin, it helps you to burn the fat. So if you breastfeed exclusively for the first 6 months, you see that you're going to start burning fat, because that fat that you accumulated is one of the components of the breast milk. So within the 2 years, you'll have at least lost some kgs that you gained. But then you have to look at your diet. You have to take a healthy diet that consists of whole grains, that consists of fiber, some exercises, a lot of water, and also continue breastfeeding for at least 2 years. So within 2 years, you're going to have to be at least near normal to how you began. But you don't lose all the fat. You gain something at the end of the day. After every pregnancy, you gain. But it depends on your effort. How are you willing to do what you're supposed to do? Are you willing to change your diet? Are you willing to change the portions? Are you willing to exercise, to hydrate yourself, and to rest? Yes. So within 2 years, yes, you should be back to near normal to how you began.
Grace, actually still on that, because these are some of the things that we're seeing women who are really struggling with. Because we've been watching our socialites and our celebrities give birth. And then a month later, she's coming with a flat tummy. And so many mothers and new mothers are experiencing a lot of pressure and a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of negative body image for a period that should be celebrated. So from a medical standpoint, what is the ideal weight for a new mother to be losing, let's say on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis? Also, of course, considering that she's breastfeeding.
Okay,
You know.
first of all, I would say that when you become a mother, you must accept that you have become a mother.
That is true.
So for the first 2 years, having weight is normal. So no one should put you to a lot of pressure and giving you diets that are promising you quick results, and also giving you some products which are not healthy to you and also to the baby, because some products that are being taken out there, like the herbal, once you breastfeed, that milk also might be containing those nutrients, those herbal products that you're being prescribed to. So accept that you are a mother, be proud of it, and continue breastfeeding, and you're going to be there. Yes.
I like that, and I like for the mothers who are at home who are watching, and you got your baby, like she has mentioned, you've got 2 years. You've got 2 years. I think there are more pressing concerns in your life right now than a little bit of weight here and there. So I'd encourage you to celebrate motherhood and not to push yourself too hard to gain what you think is the ideal weight. Our next question is from Brenda.
Thank you so much. My name is Brenda. My question goes to Grace. What are the requirements or the ideal nutrients for one to gain weight or to put on weight?
Thank you very much for that question. First of all, when you come to me as a nutritionist wanting to add weight, I would like to calculate at the moment what is your requirement, your kilocalories requirement as per now. So I'll take your age. The factors are the age, the sex, if you're a male and female. I'll check your health status. Do you have an illness, that is an underlying illness, and your activity level. And also I'll put in consideration the basal metabolic rate. That is, if we are here now, we are all burning some calories. Just by seated or just by sleeping, you are burning. So I'll check the basal metabolic rate and also the BMI. So I now will be able to see, by now, maybe you require like 1,200. You require 1,200 calories. Now you want to add. So what I will do is that now I'll go back to those percentages that we said. We said carbohydrates, we take 45 to 65. So for you, because you want to gain, I'll go on the higher percent in 65.
100.
No, I'll go to 65 carbs. And then the proteins, we said is 10 to 35. Then we said the fat is 22 to 35. So I'll add 500 kilocalories on what you have calculated.
Wow.
And then I'll plan a diet there is an exchange list. So I'll now have to increase the calories for you so that you gain weight. And you should gain slowly and steadily. You should not gain all of a sudden, just the way you are losing. Yes, so by doing that, I will be able to assist you.
Wow. Yes. Brenda, those are very good problems to have. If your problem is to currently wanting to gain weight, yeah, you should see me. And finally, our final question of this very, very interactive and informative segment of Dadas Show is from Shalom.
Thank you, Ashiko. My name is Shalom, and my question is to Daktari. Many a times we tend to think that adding weight is brought about by eating a lot of food, but there are times you might find a big person, but he or she doesn't eat much, but a person with a small body eats a lot. So why is it that there's that change?
That's a very, very good question. You know, we keep on wondering, this person, huyu mtu anakulanga, huyu mtu ndo anafagia buffet mzima, lakini anatoshana hivi. Me, I walk past a bakery and I've already put on 4 kilos, pap, immediately. So please, I want Dr. Abdul Kadir to tackle this one. Please explain to us why this happens.
So first of all, this happens because of two things. I can explain that. One, once you eat small food, your body thinks that there is an starvation, there's no food. So your body starts holding on to food. It's not going to spend. Whatever you do, it will hold on to those calories. So that's one of the causes why you are eating small food but still gaining, because your metabolism have slowed. But once you eat a lot, your metabolism is high. People are two different things. There's those who have slow metabolism and those who have fast metabolism. So if you have a slow metabolism and you start eating small foods, your body will hold on to those calories, thinking that there's starvation and there's no food that is going to come.
Yes.
So it will hold on to that kidogo umepea. But if you are eating a lot, your body knows that food is coming.
There is surplus.
I'm spending.
Let's just eat.
Let's just eat. So the body will spend the food.
Yeah,
freely. It will not hold on to it.
Yeah.
So it's also good that you have to know what you are eating.
Yeah.
The kind of food will determine. There's healthy foods. You have to eat it. A lot of vegetables, fruits, but avoid refined grains, and like the foods like the breads, those who are not healthy, those refined grains, and the biscuit, the cookies, avoid those ones. But eat healthy foods. The animal fats, eat it. Kula hiyo inaitwanga nini? Hiyo nyama iko na nini? Iko na mafuta.
Inaitwa nundu.
Nundu, kula hiyo. Usiogope, kula hiyo.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, by the way, for that information. I mean, it's very good for some of these things to be clarified. So as you're sitting at home, sometimes wondering why you live with the same person and this person seems to be putting on weight and you're not putting on weight, or this other person is putting on, it's always important to know that there are so many underlying factors. It depends on what you're eating, how your metabolism is, and of course what your portion control is. So before you get very hard on yourself, always see a nutritionist, see a fitness instructor, try and figure out where you actually stand. And of course, with that, we have come to the end of today's very interactive, very informative and insightful episode of Dadas Show. Now, remember, your health is your wealth. Caring for your mind, your body, and your spirit is very essential because it will take you throughout every moment of life's journey. So take a heed from what our lovely and wonderful educated panelists have shared today and take extra TLC for your life vessel. Remember, you can always share your thoughts, your opinion, and any feedback on this episode and any other episode that we have had across all the social media platforms at KBC Channel 1 or on my social media platform at Ashiko the host. I always look forward to hearing from you. So on behalf of the production team at KBC, our wonderful location partners, Best Western Upper Hill here in Nairobi, and myself, Ashiko Mbune, I wish you all a healthy, and fruitful week ahead. I'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.